Line Center. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. And a total of 6 players out of action for tonight on the injured list.
A half dozen scratches from the game. A lot of players stuck watching from the sideline.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4. And for the Mavericks, Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man position. Clark, you admire rebounding. You were a terrific rebounder yourself. What makes these teams so great on the glass?
Well, Kevin, a few things. One, they emphasize it. They prioritize rebounding the basketball. And then they send everybody to the glass. A lot of guys for each of these teams goes to the board, and the work ethic is outstanding.
That hustle, and you were a hustler, but I know you admire that as much as anything, don't you?
That's a big part of rebounding, hustling.
Pass to Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, that's not an easy assignment, as Porzingis showed there. He's a lot to handle. Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3", and you add in his skill level, that's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
And Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career.
And he gets the whistle for the 30-second call. So it's Porzingis. Will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Beverley against Doncic. Curry trying to break free. And the dunk by Doncic.
The main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of it.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Beverley with the ball. And there's the pass to Zubac. Now Beverley. With some arc. Sinks that one from a post.
And Beverley is a tricky player. I mean, somebody who has so many different shots to choose from.
A pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Dallas again turning it over. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. George against Curry. 14 feet away. Again, Los Angeles.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
Last touch by Beverley. With head coach Doc Rivers. What'd you find out, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, he's aware of the shot-blocking prowess that they're going to face tonight, but he wants his guys to work the ball to get open looks. If it isn't there, pass it. Stay patient. He says the opportunities will come. Guys?
All right, David. Sounds like they're plotting GA to try and overcome some pretty stingy defense.
Yeah, the play calling is going to be key here, guys. You can't afford to be predictable.
And, you know, that means not only does the ball have to move, but players have to move. Prevent the defense from loading up on one side or the other.
Doncic. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Doncic has got 5.
You know, he's a capable shooter from outside, guys, and for Doncic, I think it's a matter of just shooting with confidence all the time. You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
Here's Doncic. Paul George making his last shot.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Beverly dishes to Morris. Pass to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beverly wide open. Offline with his three. You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans. Much more concerned with the packed house than the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base. Those fans will be around for a while. Giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Morris. Williams, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Hardaway. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. For three. Williams' shot is off. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 5-point game. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. .41 seconds left to play in the first. Shamet, the pass to Green, and Green slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win those kind of breakdowns.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Wright finds Hardaway. Marjanovic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive play.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Los Angeles leading by 7. They've got Marjanovic. Burke is out there with J.J. Barea. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Kleber in at the 4 slot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant he pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
Pass to Green. And Leonard has it in the corner. And that one is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Right, the pass to Burke. And the shot is good. Burke's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, there it is again on a lot of their possessions this first half. They've established great inside position.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard. No good that time.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Trey Burke. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Williams. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They've been called for the 5-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Wright. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Beverly's checked in. Outside Jackson takes a 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
Zubac is checked in for JaMychal Green. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Morris. The pass to Zubac. To the middle. That's good for George on the assist by Beverly. George has got 8.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Inside. And that one's good. Beverly's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. there's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. Left side, Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Over in the corner, Beverly. Wide open. The shot comes out. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Now here's Porzingis. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
The Achilles heel of this team right now, turnovers.
6 points given away on miscues. They can't afford many more if they're going to cut into this lead.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Jackson finds Morris. To the paint. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And the Mavericks call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Yeah, it's hard enough to win in this league, but when you continue to hurt yourself because of miscues, it makes it all the more difficult.
Well, you put yourself in a tough spot. I mean, 8 points yielded off turnovers this quarter already.
George looking over the floor. Jackson has the open look. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 10-2 run here. It's tipped. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Doncic.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in. Didn't let it go awry.
Outside, George. To the inside. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last strike.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him.
How about that guy's a big-time answer. He says, you
The way he gets that shot.
acceleration. Hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly is just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance. But I think his quickness, too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
Jackson against Porzingis. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, they matched the slam at one end with an even bigger one at the other.
Ooh, maybe we'll get another one on this trip.
Why not? I say keep them coming.
Average trail by 11. It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
It's up a three, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 16 points.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jackson. He feeds it to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
And Doncic, here we go. And the layup falls. He's got 18.
What a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Williams for three, and he was able to put it up in time, but it doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. The offense had a great flow to it, preventing anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball.
And over to Kenny. Let's get your insights on Dallas.
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said...
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there. Patrick Beverly. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. How do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached. And great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Porzingis can't hit. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George dishes to Beverly. Back to George. And George with the stuff.
George is this aggressive with his offense, it's a sight to behold when he gets rolling. Just get out of the way and let him have the marquee.
Down low. Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. Stolen by George. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Beverly against Doncic. The Clippers grab the miss.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Dallas calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, let's look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Wright comes in for Seth Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. The Clippers also making some changes. JaMychal Green comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Paul George. Here's Burke. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Right, the pass to Burke. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. Burke hits them both. Here's Beverly. He has 6. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Leonard, again, Los Angeles.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Mavericks trailed by 20. And here is Wright. Porzingis is doubled. Outside Hardaway. Out to the right wing. Pocket 6. Right from outside. Green with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 20. In the corner. Shamet with it. Here's Morris. And good that time. Morris has got 8 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Lou Williams has checked in for the Clippers. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Green. 16 points for Kawhi Leonard.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Hardaway finds Wright. Drills the three-pointer. He has 5.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Barea subbed in for Burke. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Dallas calls timeout. Mark, we have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best to have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, the former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forward. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
The Clippers shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Shamet, no good on the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Williams attacking. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, that's high IQ play there by Williams. Saw the opening, didn't hesitate. Free throws on their way.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in, and both free throws good for Williams.
Well, he's an outstanding free throw percentage shooter.
doing a good job with her minutes. When you roll down the middle of the floor, it's hard to bring help.
The timeout of the action as Connecticut up 36-32. You'll step aside with them.
Off the court, I like to define my style as different. You know, obviously one day I'll come on the court and I'll wear a basic fit with some Jordans, but sometimes I like to get a little crazy. My love for kicks really began when I was in 11th grade. My favorite shoe growing up was always 11s. I loved 11s. When I got to college, my favorite shoes was 10s. I used to love the hooping 10s. But right now, I think my favorite shoe for sure wins. These 11s right here, I remember they came out. I don't remember how old I was, but I was in high school. I remember when I went to a Christmas party, I just couldn't get me a pair, so it feels good to be running now.
Hey everyone, especially all my junior NBA friends. I hope everyone's holding up in these difficult times. We know you may not be able to play with your teammates and friends right now, but there are still some ways for you to stay involved in the game. We're so excited to launch Junior NBA at Home, which will keep you active wherever you may be. Each day we'll be posting drills and activities for you to do by yourself at home. Follow along at juniornba.com for all the latest, and be sure to use hashtag JuniorNBA at Home when posting so we can learn something.
What's up, everybody? This is NSPM from Boston Celtics.
This is Victor Oladipo, Indiana Pacers. What's up, everyone? It's Dame Lillard with the Portland Trail Blazers.
We need to continue to stay strong and protect ourselves and what we love.
Please wash your hands, avoid large crowds, and if you might be sick, quarantine yourself.
And make sure to wear a mask in public, and only together we can fight this and move forward.
NBA fans, we miss you. Peace and love.
And NBA TV is where fans turn to get closer to the action.
It is game time.
Expert analysis from Hall of Famers who played on the court.
This is a team that loves to play in transition and play fast.
365-day, 24/7 venture. NBA TV is the only platform uniquely positioned to broadcast every aspect of the game to an expanding global audience. The game lives here. NBA TV.
Coming up next on CBS Sports Network, Washington and Phoenix, and here's how the rest of the national TV schedule levels out. A triple header tomorrow with New York and Las Vegas starting things off at noon, then Seattle and Chicago. That should be a good one, followed by Dallas and Indiana. Of course, you can always go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app for more information. Their rough and crack is short.
It's a great job of changing up defensively. Connecticut doubles Candace Parker on the block that time, and it's a good basket cut by Raquan Williams. You got to dive when your player goes to double team.
Connecticut has done a really nice job in this first half as Emrich Carson knocks down her second three of the quarter, newly acquired this season to the Sun. They've done a good job stretching out this lead now to 7. Strong plays like that on defense have held the third best team in the league to 32 points in the first half. Connecticut closes out the half, shooting 50% from the floor, led by both DeWanna Bonner and Jasmine.
program.
Ito para sa'yo!
Tama na!
Ano ba?
Tama na!
I knew it! Certified Makati ka nga talaga! Hindi ka na kontento sa asawa ko. Pati ba naman ang boyfriend ng iba? Sinulot mo na rin?
Tama na, ma'am. Wala naman pong ginagawa masama sa inyo si Alone.
Ang boss ko! Sumabog na ang dalawang vulkan ko! Walang hiya ka! Itataman na kita! Sige! Subukan mo lang. Nakikita mo tong cake? Hindi ko lang ito ibabato sa'yo pati lamesa!
Tama na, Alone.
Sumusobra na itong mga to eh. Alam mo kung sino magaganda? Bihisan mo kayo ng pera nyo. Palitan man yung mga itsura ninyo. Sisingaw pa rin ang baho ninyo.
Wala na. Alona, gusto ko tang kausapin kagabi pa, kaya lang alam kong hindi ka pa handa. Gusto kong mag-sorry sa nangyari kagabi.
Pasensya na rin po kayo, sir.
Beauty is skin deep nga, di ba? Sorry na paaga ako sa meeting natin, Martin. Gusto ko ng model na hindi lang magiging mukha ng gandang panlabas. Yung alam mong mabuting puso. And I think that's Alona.
Ako po?
Teka, ang ibig niyo sabihin, gusto niyong baguhin ko yung mukha ni Alona?
Exactly. At sa pamamagitan ni Alona, dalawang bagay ang mapopromote natin. Beauty, inside and out.
Ayoko na! Tama na po, ayoko na! Ayoko na!
Let's meet the 5G phone for the youth. Buy Huawei Nova 7 series starting from 19,990 pesos. Enjoy 5G now. Huawei Pedal Search, your gateway to millions of apps.
Promo Gold 4 presents the Alpha Kids.
We think fast. And we drink Promo Gold 4.
With breakthrough alpha lipids that help speed up brain connections up to 100 times faster. So in any situation, your Alpha Kid can take the lead.
Think fast. Take the lead with Promo Gold 4.
You want great hair? Pero todo chang-ka-chang. May sagot right here.
New Pantene Miracle Conditioner with real collagen. Smooths out to chan easily for frizz-free smoothness.
Ariel with 10X OxyClean Plus Anti-Kulob Power. Kahit patuyuin sa loob. Pati kulob stains, tanggal. Kaya walang amoy kulob. Goodbye stains, pati kulob in one wash. Super yes, Ariel!
Pasarapin ang bangon with Nescafe Creamy White. May creamer na, may Nestle Milk pa. Milky, creamier coffee na walang pait.
Mas masarap umaura. Achieve!
Nescafe Creamy White.
Dry and rough underarms from shaving? Our solution is Dove, enriched with 1/4 moisturizing cream. Dove deodorant is proven to be 2 times more nourishing for visibly softer, smoother underarms, even after shaving.
Extra linamnam! Extra big flavor! Payless Extra Big Pancit Canton. Extra sarap, extra saya.
Maraming bago sa panahon ngayon. Pero ang hindi nagbabago, ang pangarap maging champion. At para maabot to, dapat laging malakas at active ang katawan. Kaya mas pinagaling ang Milo. New Champion Formula. Mas siksik sa Champion Energy Nutrients. And with milk, malt, and cocoa. Subok na champion ang sarap. At subok pa ng mga champion.
A chance to become your dream. Milo every day.
$6.99 lang from Nestle.
Uy! Saan galing yan? Habang nagpa-magic chips ako, pumasok si Champ. Sabi niya, hey, that looks good. Sabi ko naman, and it's big. Wanna trade? Sagot niya, wait, what?
Bam!
Isa, dalawa, tatlo.
Sinong mananalo?
4, 5, 6.
I-Vicks na nga natin.
Vicks Vapor Up, nagbibigay ginhawa mula sa 6 na simptomas ng sipon.
7, 8, siyam. Mabuti ng pakiramdam.
Na-sense namin, lalo na ngayon, mas lagi kang on the go. Wala kang break. Baka di na enough ang ordinary pad mo. Na-sense mo din ba? Switch ka na to Whisper. 3 times better protection. Isang pad lang, sulit na. Na-sense, di ba? Whisper.
Hey girls! Sa Palmolive Triple Sachet, hindi lang 1 or 2, but 3 washes. Triple na, more washes pa. Palmolive, more great hair days together.
Dino, luto tayo. Mama, namantsahan damit ko.
Ang matitinding man siya, kailangan ng mas matinding laba. Ngayon, maaasahan mo ang new Breeze Power Machine Liquid. Now with Ultra Clean Concentrate. Nanunuot ito para tanggalin ang matitinding mansya sa isang laba. New Breeze Power Machine Liquid. Nagtatanggal ng matitinding mansya sa isang laba.
Kailangan malakas ang immunity. Give him Vitaminized Lactum 3 Plus. Bukod sa key nutrients for brain and bones, may immunonutrients para tulungan palakasin ang immunity niya. Mag-Vitaminized Lactum 3 Plus.
I-switch on na ang saya dahil ang satellite box, 500 pesos na lang, buy one, take 2 load pa. Dalhin lang ang lumang non-satellite pay TV box sa pinakamalapit na dealer. Kaya switch na.
Bye! Ingat! Araw, kahit matindi ang init mo, itotodo ko pa ang bango ng damit namin. Sa new Surf Fabcon with Sunbloom Technology, nag-bloom ang bango ng damit under the init. A burst mula sa new Surf Fabcon.
Sa panahon ngayon, what should you expect from a multivitamin? Dapat may vitamin C, zinc, kasama sa 10 immunity boosters. Tulong pandagdag proteksyon sa sakit. Centrum Advance.
Soaps can clean, lotions can moisturize. Dove Body Wash does both. With Nutrient Moisture, it cleans like a soap and moisturizes like a lotion for skin that feels clean, smooth, and bouncy. Dove Body Wash.
Great taste white caramel lang ng may sweet linamnam. Hinitutuyan ka sa sarap ng real coffee at cream caramel. Sweet linamnam, sweet linamnam, sweet linamnam.
New Great Taste White Caramel. Ikaw ang kumakayod at nag-aaruga. Sa galing mo, Champion Supra Power ang katapat mo. Madaling tinatanggal ang matitinding mansya tulad ng dugo para sa puting walang bakas.
Idol kita na!
Para sa mga Supra nanay, Champion Supra Power.
Isa sa mga panlaban niya sa panahon ngayon ay ang tibay na bigay mo. Bear Brand may tibay resistensya nutrients tulad ng 100% vitamin C at high level of zinc. Tulong para may tibay laban sa sakit. Bear Brand.
Hi guys, notice anything? Oh, look at these grays. For a second I thought, okay Grace, I'm ready to see you, but I'm not. I am not ready for this much gray.
Excellence Creme by L'Oreal Paris.
I don't think there's ever going to be a better before and after.
3 steps for 100% gray coverage and rich, radiant color.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. Boom! Is what I'm talking about. Self-care is self-worth. Because now, more than ever, we're all worth it.
Sure ka ba sa tubig na iniinom mo? Kasi hindi lahat ng tubig ay pure. Para sure, mag-Wilkins Pure. Sigurado malinis, sure na pure. Buy 5, get 1 free.
Bakit? Anong nangyari?
Pasensya na po kayo, pero hindi ko po kaya yung pinapagawa ninyo.
What?
Po yung pamilya ko. Sila na lang po natitirang meron ako. Kung iibahin ko po yung itsura ko at wala nang matitirang bakas ng pinanggalingan ko, wala na pong matitira sa akin. Isa pa, gusto ko pong magustuhan ako. Dahil kung ano ako. Sige.
Thank you
Thank you saan?
sa pagpaparealize mo sa akin na kailangan kong parindigan yung mga bagay na gusto kong gawin. At dahil doon, humahanga ako sa'yo. Alam mo, maganda ka na.
Uwe, talaga? Nagagandahan ka sa akin?
Alam mo, Lona, maganda ka.
Bukod sa pamilya ko, ikaw lang nagsabi sa akin yan.
Siguro dahil kilala ka nila at alam nila lahat ng bagay sa'yo. Ito nga din yung gusto kong gawin eh. Yung mas makilala pa kita.
Paano?
Siguro kung magiging parte ako ng pamilya mo o kaya magiging tayo.
Ang aking mundo ay nabago mo mula nung mahulog na sa'yo.
Sa buhay, may panahon tayo ay nadadapa. Ang panghihinaan ng loob o maliligaw ng landas. Pero, laging may ibang daan na magbubukas at maraming pagkakataon na pumili at tahakin ang sarili nating tadhana. Magandang hapon, ako po si Marian Rivera.
Iyong ganda, it was over.
Napabilib ka sa kwento ng mga bayaning OFW sa tadhana kasama ang Head and Shoulders at Safeguard. Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Patnubay at gabay ng magulang ay kailangan sa mga batang manonood.
Mahal, hindi ba